Hey, hey, it's that time again. Pull up a chair and call a friend. We're talking about our days, the good and the weird, and memes so strange they should be feared. Some jokes pop, some jokes fall, but we keep on laughing through it all. It's blurry, it's cozy, it's a little bit funny. Oh yeah, well I thought it was funny. So tune in, baby, every other day. We got chuckles and cringe coming your way. It's a swinging little show, kinda loopy, kinda sunny. That's right, well I thought it was funny.
Good morning, folks. The time is 10:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 3rd of December, 2025. And of course, that is the 4th for my friends that are on the other side of the planet, my friends down under. Say hello to all those folks in Australia, but a real big hello to the city with the most group members of any city worldwide. A big hello to Melbourne. Hope you're all doing fantastic today, folks. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the groups. We've got two of them. The groups called Well, I Thought It Was Funny. You folks are you, and you folks are amazing. And how do I know that? Well, I say it all the time. Well, who else you going to be, right? So that's how I know you're you. And the amazing part, these groups were not amazing until you got here. And these groups are amazing now because you've gotten here, or because you arrived, because you came, or whatever. Do the math, means you're amazing. So cheers to you folks. Cheers to making these groups what they are, with over 800 and about 889,000 members with the two groups together. That is incredible, folks. That is more people than many cities have populations. So as I like to say, let's call us the funniest city on the internet. Population us. Funny people in a funny place, and we're making people laugh. Cheers. So what's happening today, my friends? What's going on in your lives? I hope you're having a good week. It's Wednesday here. Of course, Thursday for those folks in Melbourne. And, you know, other places down under and over there. But yeah, I hope you're having a great week. I worked a little late last night. Well, actually not too bad. But it was the Dave Chappelle stand-up comedy tour show last night. It was here in Calgary, Alberta at the Scotiabank Saddledome, and it was the first stop of his tour. I didn't really watch a lot of it. I was kind of in a spot where I didn't get to see too much of it, but I did go down and check out a bit of it, and it was a good show. He's not really my favorite stand-up comedian. It's just not for me. I'm not passing judgment or anything. But I do like his TV show, his old TV show, the Dave Chappelle show. I loved him in Dazed and Confused. I mean, the man is very funny. I just don't find everything he does funny personally, so that's just me. But it was a great show. It was like over 16,000 people there, and it was announced less than a month ago. This was the biggest event in the Saddledome, which is a big, it's NHL arena, my friends. So it's a big arena. The biggest event, not including the Montreal Canadiens game, like a hockey game with the Montreal Canadiens there, and one of the country concerts. I can't remember which one, but I wish I could remember right now because it was huge. This really big. He was usually in a concert or a performance in an arena. They'll be at one end of the surface, like what would have normally be the ice surface, but it's covered, and they'll have behind the stage will be blocked off. Those won't be sold, those tickets, because it's a bad view. It's blocked by stuff. But they didn't block anything off like that because he was right in the center of the arena, and he was viewed from a 360-degree view, so opened up a lot more seats. And well, it was really, really well attended, and people had a great time. So that's what's important. It was cool though to be there. Like I said, he is a funny guy. So that's what I did yesterday. It's one of the reasons why I'm tired today, because when I get home from something like that, I don't go to sleep right away. I don't go to sleep for hours after I get home usually. It's just kind of getting wired from work, right? So a little groggy. I'm always giving you excuses why I'm starting these videos late, but that's probably it there. I was just tired and easily distracted this morning. But we're on our way. So that's what I did. Today, what are we doing? Well, we're gonna have meatloaf for dinner, so that's an event in itself. Wendy makes a great meatloaf. You know, true story. Up until recently in my life, I didn't like meatloaf because when I was a kid, when I had meatloaf, it was always one with the tomato sauce on top, and I like tomato sauce in that, but I didn't like it like I don't like meatloaf like that. So Wendy makes an amazing meatloaf, and I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. So that's the only real plan, aside from making today's video, of course, right? That's what I have got going on, my friends. What about you folks? Like, what's happening in your life? You know, I'd really like to hear. I'd love to talk about you folks. I'd like to make the funniest city on the internet, the friendliest city on the internet. And maybe we can help doing that by getting to know one another. You know, I'm always asking you what's going on. Rose Glad, one of our earliest members, and somebody who shares a lot of great stuff, really funny person, and a great artist, actually. She had commented on, I think it was on Friday's video, that she was painting that evening with her friend, and then on Monday's video, I asked if she wanted to share if she would be sharing that photo of us, that photo with us of her painting, and she did. And I'm really glad she did, because it looks fantastic. And Rose Glad always throws in a little twist to these paintings, and this is no exception here. And I think it's fantastic. Let me shut up and bring it up right now. Just on its own as a seascape, that would look good. But adding the sea creature, I love it. I really do. To me, it's like kind of a combination between, just my interpretation, I'm sorry, of the creature from the Black Lagoon and something a little Lovecraftish, Cthulhu-ish, especially with the tentacles by the face. I think that's fantastic, Rose. Thank you for sharing that, Rose. We love when you share your art. Rose is actually an awesome knitter too. She knits some just amazing stuff. Last we heard she was working on a blanket that was looking good, so hope to see that when it's done. Appreciate you sharing anything, Rose. So thank you so very much. And folks, like I said, I want to hear about you. Why don't you leave a comment on today's video? Anything you want. Just how are you doing today, if you want. If it's simple as that. Do you want to share a photo of something that's important to you? Maybe a photo of you. Maybe a photo of your hobby or your collection or your cat, your dog, your hat, your frog. Whatever it is, I'd like to hear about you folks. So, come on. At the least, so can you please hit a reaction button? You know, on the video there, whether it's thumbs up or the laughing person or the sad person or whatever it might be. At least I'll know you're watching if you do that. So that'd be awesome. I appreciate that. All right, have you done that? Perfect. So, like all of these videos, I do like to share a few posts that made me laugh, and today's no difference. I've got two of them, and the first one is from Jeff Turner, and the second one is from Michelle Finnerty. I believe I've shared posts from both of these folks. These are memes that made me laugh. Why don't I just shut up, because I can barely talk this morning. So I will bring up these posts. First one's going to be from Jeff Turner, coming up right now. I think this is awesome. Of course, this is in reference to A Christmas Story, just in case you don't know. Christmas Story being a movie, a very, very funny movie, at least in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. I think it's probably my favorite Christmas movie. And this is awesome, because, well, yeah. You can see it. I'm just talking for no reason. Jeff, thank you very much, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Next one is from Michelle Finnerty. Let me flip the slide. And guess what? It's also a Christmas Story related. That's right. Had a theme. Unintentionally had a theme, actually. I think it's awesome. And I really do have an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200 shot range model air rifle Wendy got for me for Christmas. And I have not shot my eye out. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Michelle. And I didn't plan on the Christmas Story theme. I didn't at all. I just found the two, and then I realized after, hey, they're both Christmas Story memes. So Perfect. Worked out great. We're going into Christmas, right? Well, the end of the year. It's not everybody celebrates Christmas, and I totally get that. So I mean, no disrespect if you don't celebrate Christmas, but it is, of course, for many people, that the holiday season. Let's just call it the holiday season, because there's a lot of holidays for a lot of people at the end of at the end of the year. So that is happening, and I should let you know, I did set up a tree in here. Of course, I shared the other day. I shared our Christmas tree. I set up a tree in here. Something I picked up, sort of an impulse buy, and it's right behind me. I'm going to also post the picture of it. So you're not straining to take a look, but check it out, folks. I got myself a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I think that's awesome. I really do. I know. Oh, sure, it's commercialism at Christmas. Whatever. It's already commercialized. Picked that up as an impulse buy. Actually, not quite an impulse buy. Wendy and I had seen it in the store, a chain here in Canada called London Drugs. Great store, by the way. And this is not a commercial. It just is. I'd seen it, thought about it, and then we went back another day, and it was something like 40% off or whatever. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get it. So. I love it. Actually, I showed it to I showed it in our admins and mods chat, and turns out Michelle Finnerty's got one too, so that's cool. The Charlie Brown Christmas tale, It's a Charlie Brown Christmas, is one of my favorite Christmas stories from growing up, and of course, I know during Halloween I mentioned It's a Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown is another one that I grew up with. I absolutely loved. And another thing I kind of missed from those old shows, it's a commercial actually. It was a Kraft Caramels. It was a commercial. This guy would be talking through things you can do with Kraft Caramels, and it was a staple. Like, not the caramels themselves, but that commercial for like every holiday special. They'd always have those commercials. At least here in Canada, I'd like to know if you folks in the States there, if you watched the the holiday specials in the 70s and the 80s, and I don't know about the 60s. I was born in 69, so I don't remember a lot of the 60s, but the old Kraft Caramel commercials that would come on during the commercial breaks on the holiday specials. Was that just a Canadian thing, or did you folks in the States see that too? Maybe in the UK also, or whatever, or the Australian. I don't know. I'm just kind of localizing it to this side of the world, but anyone, I'd love to hear from any and every one of you folks on that. So yeah, got my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I still got that disco Christmas tree around here from last year. If you folks remember that, I'll probably get that set up somewhere. Somewhere back there, I should say. I should revamp all of that, actually, because it hasn't changed much for a while. So that little tangent that I got on there. So yeah, folks, that's what's happening here. And since we got to the featured post, I just went on my little thing about the Christmas tree. I'm thinking maybe it might be time for the bad jokes. I just got home to find all my windows open and everything inside stolen. Now, why would somebody eat my advent calendar? I would do absolutely anything for a good 8 hours sleep. Except, of course, going to bed 8 hours before I have to get up. I really need to confront my phobia of German sausages. But I have to tell you, I fear the worst. What sound does an injured orca make? A killer whale. What sits on the seabed and has anxiety? A nervous wreck. I hope you enjoyed those, folks. This is my third time recording the jokes because I forgot to check my levels, and it was just me going. But I do hope one or two of those made you laugh. It's worth the effort for me if it did. And folks, I would love to tell your jokes. Today I told 3 jokes from my buddy Dave Knapp. That was the fear of German sausages jokes, the injured orca sound, and the nervous wreck joke. Thank you, Dave. You rock. Dave sent me so many jokes over the last week. I've got a bunch I can use over the next few videos, but I still want to tell your jokes too, folks. Why don't you send me some jokes? Send some jokes to jokes@wailithoughitwasfunny.com, or if you want, leave them as a comment on today's video. And if I use your joke or jokes, I promise I'm going to give you credit. So come on, folks, send me some jokes. Send me some jokes. Send your jokes to jokes@wailithoughitwasfunny.com.
Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wailithoughitwasfunny.com, where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. We got coffee cups. We've got to-go cups. We've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wailithoughitwasfunny.com.
I really do hope you check out the store, folks. I don't mean to just keep talking about it. Just real quick, I hope you check it out. We do have some cool stuff. I have not got around to making that Christmas sweater, and if I do it today, there'll still be time for shipping for folks that might be interested in it. Because it doesn't seem like anyone visits there anyway, so there's no rush for that usually. But if there is, if I want to do something seasonal, so I'll try to do that. Anyways, folks, please check out our store. The other stuff that is in there is great. And folks, you know what I want to do? I want to remind you just how important you are to me. I can't believe that many of you have decided this is a worthwhile, funny place to hang out. We are almost at 890,000. We're so close to 890,000 members. And that means we're really close to 900,000 members, which would be amazing. I mean, I was shocked when we had 1,000 members. My brain's been blown up from the success, and I gotta say thank you. I mean, not for blowing up my brain, but that's just crazy talk, right? Folks, thank you very much for making this the funniest city on the internet. Thank you for being so funny, and thank you for making so many people laugh, because that's my plan. Most of my life I've been trying to make people laugh, and together we're making so many people laugh because you're so funny. So cheers to you. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I'll be back here again in video form on Friday, but I'm always around, my friends. Remember, I want to hear your jokes. I'd love you to send some jokes to jokes@wailithoughitwasfunny.com. I really want to see some photos if you want to share some stuff. Hey, speaking of Christmas, you got any Christmas displays in your neighborhood or your place, or whatever holiday you might be celebrating or is being celebrated around you? Love to see some photos if you want to share them. Just you can just attach them as a comment on this video. I'd love to see your videos too. You can send those to admin@wailithoughitwasfunny.com. Folks, I want to hear about you. I really do. And I want you all to, like I said, have an amazing day. See you again on Friday. Keep laughing, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.